Diversion plus distractions equals disaster. The 26th of October, 2024. New South Wales, Australia. The players in this true story. The 26th of October, 2024. Cessna 182 Skylane, Rego VH, APN. Pilot undergoing commercial pilot license flight test with examiner. Jabiru UL 450 Light Sport, Rego 19, 4079. Single pilot. Pilots, aircraft, and weather, all okay. What could possibly go wrong? The Cessna crew met early in the morning of the 26th of October, 2024, at Shellharbour Airport, Bodden, just left of centre, to carry out the ground component of the flight test prior to the flight test itself. The flight was to follow the coast north, beyond Sydney. Possible safety issue was the pilot tired and or nervous. Later that same morning, the Jabiru pilot met with two other light sport aircraft pilots at the Oaks Airport, left, just above centre, to plan a 3-aircraft social flight to the north. 10:35 a.m. The Cessna departs YSHL Shellharbour Airport. As the Cessna departs Shellharbour, runway 16, on climb to 1,500 feet, the other three pilots, including the Jabiru, start their meeting at YOAS the Oaks Airport. At 10:42 a.m., the Cessna crosses the coast at Wollongong Beach at 1,500 feet, while the other three pilots at the Oaks continue their meeting. At 10:47 a.m., the Cessna is at Beam Sea Cliffs Bridge, while the other pilots at the Oaks continue to meet and plan. 10:54 a.m., the Cessna joins VFR Route Victor 1 at 500 feet to stay below Sydney-controlled airspace, while the pilots at the Oaks continue to meet and plan. At 11:02 a.m., the Cessna is at Beam Macquarie Lighthouse on the cliffs of Sydney Harbour, while the other pilots at the Oaks continue their meeting. At 11:06 a.m., the Cessna leaves VFR Route Victor 1 and starts a diversion inland from the planned route. The pilots at the Oaks continue to meet. Possible safety issue: diversions require planning while flying, which can be problematic. Was the pilot stressed? 11:24 a.m., the Cessna, approaching YSC and Camden Airport at 1,800 feet, requests clearance for touch and go circuits, runway 24. 11:24 a.m., at the same time that the Cessna is requesting approach clearance to Camden, the Jabiru and the other two light sport aircraft depart YOAS the Oaks, runway 18. After heading north for a few minutes, the aircraft turned back to the Oaks due to turbulence. Note, there is no freeware Jabiru for MSFS, so we will use the sort of similar B&F FK9. 11:43 a.m., the Cessna departs the Camden control zone at 1,300 feet and heads to just north of the Oaks, whose airport elevation is 880 feet. Possible safety issues: entering the vicinity of the Oaks below circuit height of 1,880 feet. No incoming or overflying radio calls. 11:43 a.m. At the same time that the Cessna departs Camden, the Jabiru at the Oaks initiates and announces a go-around at 100 feet above runway 18. At 11:45 a.m., very close to the Oaks, the Cessna turns left and starts climb from 1,300 feet. Possible safety issues: still below circuit height. Still no radio calls. Tuned to the Oaks radio frequency or still on Camden's. Monitoring all the radio calls from the other three aircraft. Panic at realizing so low and so close to the Oaks. At 11:45 a.m., while the Cessna turns left, the Jabiru, climbing from the go-around onto right downwind, runway 18, announces its intention to land on runway 36. It also radios it could not see the other aircraft in its group, which were using runway 18. Possible safety issues: late change of landing runway. Change to non-active runway, distracted by looking for other aircraft in its social group. Group aircraft using the Oaks radio frequency or just their own group chatter frequency. 11:46 a.m. at 2,200 feet, close to the airfield, on downwind and on opposite headings, the Cessna and Jabiru collide almost head-on. No one survives and the two aircraft are destroyed. 11:46 a.m. at 2,200 feet, close to the airfield, on downwind and on opposite headings, the Cessna and Jabiru collide almost head-on. No one survives and the two aircraft are destroyed. Possible safety issue: both climbing with noses high, not checking ahead below. Red equals Cessna flight path. Blue equals Jabiru flight path. Critical time: 11:24 a.m. Cessna approaches YSC and Camden as Jabiru departs YOAS the Oaks and then turns back due turbulence. Red equals Cessna flight path. Blue equals Jabiru initial flight path. Yellow equals Jabiru subsequent go-around. Critical times: 11:45 a.m. Cessna makes last left turn, while Jabiru turns right during go-around. 11:46 a.m. Aircraft collide head-on, while both climbing. As at May 2025, the Australian Transport Safety Bureau, ATSB, has only published a preliminary report on this accident, detailing factual information, so after each of my stated possible safety issues, I have added a question mark, pending the ATSB's final report. So, without yet knowing the ATSB's final conclusions, the story of this accident so far reminds us of several safety lessons when flying VFR. 1. Onboard traffic collision avoidance systems should be considered. 2. Continually scan outside for traffic. 3. Use correct radio frequencies at the right time and place. 4. Avoid distractions. 5. Be extra careful with unplanned diversions. In keeping with the sad outcome of this accident, following is a sad relic at the Oaks Airport. It's an old Qantas Hawker Siddeley HS-125, previously used for training Boeing 707 pilots. Would be nice if it found a museum one day.